Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Coach Candy here with Coffee Chats. Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday. I am so excited to continue our week of 100 and our celebration. Good morning, Tanya. How you feeling, my friend? Good morning, Herbie. Welcome, everybody. Grab that coffee, grab that water, your mimosa, whatever it is that gets you rocking and rolling in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Let me get everybody in the bowl because we've got more giveaways. Today, let me make sure I get everybody who's jumping on in there. Let me see, where's everybody's names? I got everybody written from showing up. All right, and of course, oops, these are the ones that haven't. Let me see, here's all my names. How is everybody doing this morning? Good morning. It is Thursday. I've got, let's see. All right, I see Herbie. Let's see, good morning, Paul. Where are all my names here? Deborah, I got you. Let's see, Martha, good morning. Where's all my names? There's Paul. Let's see, who do we got here? I am, gotta find some of my names. All right, I got Shirley. Going through my list, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, awesome. And I need Tanya. Where are you, my friend? I'm just gonna write one because at this point I can't find all my names. Because I got the bowl ready to go once again. Some giveaways today as well. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday, y'all. Getting here. It is Thursday. Today is a good day. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Tanya. Good morning. Flaming Doritos. Yes, we can use it as kindling. Light a fire, right? That is too funny. It's a little gross, too. But we've got some more trivia today. More random useless facts. I want to get into some conversations. Good morning, Cherie. How are you? Great to see you, my friend. Let me add you in here as well. Peyton's getting all fired up. Can you hear him in the background? He's throwing toys around, squeaking, getting everything. That's y'all, absolutely. Got to throw the y'all out there. Good morning, Carol. I know I just saw your name as well. There we go. Get Carol in the bowl. Angie, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. So excited to see everyone. It has been a great week. We're going to come back to some things on gratitude. I actually saw a meme this morning. Oh, yes. I love hearing that, Angie. Started your 20 minutes. Who else did their 20 minutes? Who's already starting their investment of 100 this week? Your 20 minutes a day. How many of you have started your 20 minutes? Congratulations, Angie. Welcome. That's awesome. All right, y'all. I'm running a little late this morning. That's why I'm a little discombobulated. Awesome. Blessings. Yes. So we are going to, I actually, as I told you before, sometimes I get inspired to talk about things on here based on things I saw on Facebook. And it was funny this morning, as I knew I kind of wanted to bring back some things on gratitude. I just don't think we can talk about gratitude enough. And I think there's always opportunity for us there in terms of what's available to us, what are the benefits, how it impacts our life. And as we're trying to access more, as we want to show up and live in our full potential and create more massive action, gratitude plays such a significant part in all of that. And so really want to make sure that I'm bringing that through. Oh, congratulations, Martha. That's awesome. Kudos to all of you for starting your 20 minutes. I love that. Deborah, I love that as well. Congratulations, Paul. Congratulations. 30 minutes. Love that. Love the investment in yourself. Love how you guys are showing up. And so it was interesting because I saw a meme on Facebook this morning that was one of those pictures, right? And the picture had 2 lines. Yes, Thankful Thursday. We'll do a little Thankful Thursday again today. But it was interesting. There was 2 lines on the meme, right? One was complaints and one was gratitude. And the line for complaints was completely full, and the line for gratitude was completely empty. And the question was, imagine if we offered gratitude more than we offered complaints, how much could we change the world? And of course, that got me thinking about gratitude again. And I know many of you have been doing journaling, you've been meditating, you've been doing, we've had some challenges around how to offer and extend gratitude in a more profound way, more intentional way. And what I liked about it is I kind of was going on, and I wanted to talk today more about the actual benefits. There are real benefits, real tangible benefits that are linked to the amount of gratitude you practice. And again, it's not just an attitude of gratitude. It's really around having that practice of gratitude. It's about practicing. It's about creating that muscle, or flexing that muscle, enhancing that muscle, practicing and creating the discipline. Because gratitude should be something like brushing your teeth in the morning, right? It should be something that you're doing every day. It should be something that you're leaning into in multiple capacities. In some ways that you're serving it forward, leading it forward, giving it forward, paying it forward, whatever forward you want to call it. Good morning, Ruben. Welcome. And so I want you to think about those benefits of gratitude as they show up in your life, and as they are meaningful in terms of what you want to access. Some of you who are like, I want more joy, I want more abundance, I want more peace, I want to think about, and even as we think about and start getting into some discussions around transitions and what that might look like, and how that shows up for you, gratitude is going to play a really big part in that. Good morning, Robin. Welcome, my friend. Adding you guys all in the bowl. We've got some more giveaways today. Yay. And so really wanting to get into why gratitude matters. And again, you know, there's a lot of people that talk about an attitude of gratitude. And an attitude of gratitude is fine. And an attitude of gratitude is not enough. There needs to be a practice of gratitude. There needs to be a space where it is truly a muscle. It's like if you go to the gym once and you do some, you know, ab work, you're not going to have a six-pack. You have to go and train every day. Gratitude is the same kind of muscle. It's something that needs to be trained daily. It's something that needs to be pushed and moved and flexed in order for it to grow, and in order for you to create more and more of the benefits from that. So what I want to do is I want to highlight 10 benefits. I know there's so many more, but I want to get into 10 benefits. I want to do a couple more drawings today, and then I want to get into our useless random trivia that just cracks me up, and it's just a fun way to celebrate our week of 100. So in the spirit of, and so for some of you, you're 20 minutes, the investment of 100, right? The power of 100 that we talked about yesterday. Some of that 20 minutes can be, are you in a place of gratitude? Putting yourself in a place of gratitude for 20 minutes a day. What would that do to significantly level up your life? Think about what 100 minutes a week of gratitude could do, right? And so the first thing I want you to think about is the fact that gratitude reduces depression. It really has clinically been shown that when you choose to practice gratitude, when you choose to think about what might be, or imagine if, or what you're grateful for right now as if it's here, or even just looking at your blessings in relation to anything else that's going on around you, that you really can mitigate and combat depression on many levels. And so while there are some biological, physiological, there are some things that happen where depression can be chemical, depression can be things. There's also a mindset in depression as well. And when you choose to focus on what is got you feeling down and under and getting caught up in that narrative, you get further sucked into it. When you can pull yourself out and remind yourself that even if it's just you got to take another breath today, that space of gratitude can be immensely powerful, right? And so powerful has been shown, clinically been shown, to reduce the levels of depression. And we think about things that are going on right now, all this complaining, all this commiserating, all this blaming, all this fighting, all this contempt is that lower vibration. When we look at those high vibrations again, gratitude and love and joy are the three top emotions, three top vibrations that we can feel. So imagine being able to shift yourself into that space. And this is where the practice becomes so important is because if you're just kind of like, okay, I guess I'm going to do gratitude right now because I'm not feeling like I'm feeling well, it's a much harder struggle than if it's something that you're practicing every day when you can slip into it, right? It's kind of like, oh, I want to go run a 5K. Most people, now there's some that do this, crazy, that'll go and just run a 5K, but most people need to train for it, right? They need to run a mile, they need to run. And so if you're not out there practicing every day, that 5K could be really painful for you versus somebody who's been training where it's like, man, it's just a fun run, right? So it's a perspective thing that when you realize that gratitude can significantly shift what you're doing in terms of how you're feeling emotionally and what's inside your reservoir in terms of what you can tap into. Yes, good morning, Ruben. Paul, yes, happening. Things at work can get me down, so I send a card to pick me back up. Absolutely, that opportunity to give it out. I do that sometimes. If I'm actually in a funk, the days I'm in a funk is the days that a lot of times I buy somebody Starbucks behind me when I'm like, man, I need a caffeine pickup. I'm like, I'm met and they do too. And there's something about thinking about someone else that allows you to shift. So Paul, I love that. I love that example of when you're feeling a little down, that think about someone else. And there's a great exercise that Tim Ferriss does. And I want you to think about this. And I think I might have had you do this before, but it's well worth, and he does this in every one of his events. It's a 10-second exercise. And so what he says is he goes, think about one person. It could be someone you like, someone that annoys you. Think about anybody right now. Have one person that comes to mind. He actually does it as two, but we're just going to do it as one. So right now I want you in your mind, you think about anybody. It could be somebody on this call. It could be somebody in your life that's struggling. I just want you, somebody that you just top of mind. It doesn't matter. There's not a rule. What I want you to do then is I want you to kind of close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to think, I wish for that person to be happy. I want you to say their name. So maybe I would say, Tanya, I wish for Tanya to be happy. And I would just think that and imagine that for a moment and hold myself in a space. That is such a powerful exercise. And it goes to what Paul's just saying. When we can put it outside of ourselves, it's amazing how you can't have negative thoughts and genuinely wish someone else well. Genuinely wish happiness and love and peace and kindness for someone else. And so when you think about that, think about when you're feeling in a funk, put yourself in a space to think about somebody else that you want to rise up, right? You want to be able to lift somebody up and offer that energy out. It's amazing how it will adjust your energy as well. So Martha, I curate my social media and so news more, blah, 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 blah. Can't so clear. I curate my social media and news sources to support my gratitude practice. Absolutely. We need to detox what we're bringing in. What we consume is as important as what we put out. In some cases, it's even more important because what we feed ourselves is feeding the muscle, right? So same thing about the gym analogy. You can go work out all you want at the gym, but if you keep putting garbage in your body, the likelihood of you having six-pack abs is like slim to nothing unless you're one of those rare people who just, you know, you're one of those rare birds, right? Otherwise, what you consume is as or more. They tell you that diet is 90% of the game, some 70 to 90% of the game, right? So it doesn't matter how much you're working out at the gym if you're putting garbage and crap. Good morning, Michelle, into your body. You need to be mindful around what it is that you are consuming if you want to really have a strong muscle when it comes to gratitude. And so Martha, you're absolutely correct. We need to be able to detox out of some of the negativity that's around us everywhere. We need to be able to curate what we're consuming on a daily basis. And that includes social media, that includes the news, that includes the movies, the TV shows, the books you read, all of that, music you listen to, all of that has an impact on your energy and an impact on whether or not you're feeling grateful or whether or not you're feeling, good morning, Sarah, whether or not you're feeling like you're a victim in the culture of what's all going on, right? And so this is your opportunity to really get mindful about that, because the other thing that gratitude does is it strengthens your resiliency. So life is going to hit you in the mouth. Life is going to knock you out sometimes. Life's going to throw a sucker punch. It is life. We get things that we need to help us grow, to help teach us, to move us into the arena, to help us tap into our courage and brave muscle, right? So life's going to happen. Things happen unexpectedly. There's things we can't control. Gratitude builds that resiliency. It strengthens your resiliency to be able to get back up. Confucius said, fall down 7, stand up 8, right? I mean, it's that space of resiliency. And there was a great exercise that Rachel Hollis did at her Rise event, which she had us actually write a letter to our resiliency, and it was, or from our resiliency. And it was like, dear Candy, here's all the ways that I have helped you stand back up over your life. Here are all the things that we've done together that you've like beat that challenge. You've done whatever. And it's amazing when you write that. So there's a great journaling exercise. Write down how your resiliency has kept you strong. And here's the thing. You've had 100% hit rate of overcoming or getting through or moving past every challenge that's come in your life because you're still here. So think about that. Your resiliency is another muscle, right? And gratitude feeds that. Gratitude strengthens that. And I'm having problems this morning. It also reduces chronic pain. So for those of you that have a lot of inflammation and chronic pain in your body, know that some of those symptoms, know that some things that show up physiologically, and a lot of you know my story. You know about how I had the mass in my chest, thought I was dying. It turned out I had physically manifested something because of the stress and anxiety that I was holding on to. We physically create ailments and chronic pain and inflammation in our body based on stress. There are more and more studies that show how stress impacts things like your liver, your kidneys, your joints, your muscles. You hold on to more lactic acid, you're holding on to water, you're holding on to things when you're not breathing through your fear. Gratitude can help you alleviate that. Gratitude can help you reduce that chronic pain in your body. So having gratitude for things instead of focusing on the pain, what we focus on grows, what we choose to not focus on dies and goes away, right? And so when you can think more about being grateful for other aspects of your health, being grateful for the fact that you are still here going through that journey, regardless of the pain, you again start to flex that muscle, right? So there's real concrete proof that shows that gratitude can alleviate some of that chronic pain that you might be feeling, or you know others might be feeling as well. All right. It also, and we've talked a lot about self-love, self-care, self-esteem, it increases your level of self-esteem and self-love. Gratitude is a space to really, especially when you learn how to have gratitude for who you are. When you can say, and again, another thing that you could do as a 20-minute practice or part of your journaling is, what are 3 things I really value about myself today? What are 3 things I love about myself today? And the challenge is, don't do the same things every day. Allow yourself to add new things to the mix, because the more you focus on things you love, the more you focus on things that give you joy, the more that you focus on things that are meaningful and valuable, the more you increase the muscle of gratitude, the more you increase your practice, and the more you create that self-esteem, that self-love, and that ability. And the thing is you can't love anybody else fully. Good morning, Jason. Love that. Welcome. The more you get into that space. And so, Jason, what a perfect comment right now. I'm going to ask you to change your frame around you being late. First of all, just say, one of the things we need to do is not say, not make hold on a second, I'm dropping things all on the floor. I want you to think about the fact that you have silly children taking up, I am dropping everything as I'm trying to grab my notes. All right, let's see, I'm having issues this morning. So Jason, one of the things I would offer is, when you're like, silly children take up time in the morning, I want you to drop into a place of deep gratitude about what you get to experience because those kids are in your life. Because oftentimes it's to say, oh, I'm running late, I'm here, I don't feel like I have whatever, and it gets us a little frazzled, instead of dropping into a place to say, you know, I got to spend a few extra minutes with my kids, whatever was going on, you know, it's kind of that space. And the reason I say that is I used to have, or I didn't used to have, I still have, but he has changed the way he says this. I had a corporate client that when we first started working together, he would say things like, oh, I got to get my kids ready in the morning. Oh, it takes up so much of my time. My wife's got to be in DC before I am. It's challenging. I got to get them. And I said, really? That's the way you're going to start your day? Do you realize that you get to be the first person who influences what your children consume? You get to be, while your wife is already in DC, you get to be the very first influence who gets to feed their soul, who gets to pour into them, who gets to be present for them. And with the fact that you have 2 daughters, you get to be the first man who is in their space, and you're teaching them about not only relationships with themselves, but relationships with other people, and how they value it. It's so funny because when we had that conversation, he's like, I never thought about it that way. He's like, I get to do this. And so now he blocks off an hour and a half every morning so that he can get his girls ready for school. And it makes me cry every time. And he gets up and actually talks about this shift. But he gets up and talks about how he gets to do this. And I'll get video montages and pictures sent to me because he's done his girls' hair, or because they're doing dance parties in the morning, or they're doing fashion shows, and he won't take a teleconference. He won't get online. He won't do anything. He's like, I get to be the first person that shows up and influences my kids. And so, Jason, I'm picking on you just a little bit this morning, so thank you. And shift that frame, right? Because silly children take up time in the morning. There's going to be a moment where you're going to want those silly children to take up your time in the morning. And so allow yourself to say, you know what, I'm a few minutes late, and that's okay, because this morning my kids needed me, and I get to be that person there for them. And that's something that really hits a nerve for me, because we walk around a lot saying, I got to do this. I have to do this. This is happening. Life is like kicking me in my ass. And what we don't realize is there's so many blessings. And so just an opportunity. And Jason, I hope you don't mind me using you as the example right now. It's just you happen to jump on just as I was talking about self-esteem, self-love, and creating this practice of gratitude, that space of being able to be mindful about how we say it. Even when we're joking, on a subconscious level, it affects us. It affects our vibration. It affects our energy. And when we can say things like, my children were being goofy this morning, and I just, you know what, I wanted some extra time in that space. Whatever that is, shifting that frame a little bit so that we can practice gratitude always. And again, like I said, this is a practice. It creates discipline. It's a habit that we start to install. And so again, Jason, I hope you don't mind that I am tapping into that. I didn't really ask permission for that. Just kind of jumped on that. It just was the right time. And so thank you for allowing me to do that. Larry, good morning. Welcome. It's so great to see you. So hopefully that was okay. Jason, excellent points. Word matters. Awesome. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for understanding. And thank you for being so open to that. Because I think we all can remind ourselves of that, right? We all get stuck. I'll say things like, I'm like, oh my God, Peyton. And then I've had that moment of, I'm going to miss when he drives me crazy like that. I'm going to miss when he's not here. Own that, honor that, and really dig in and celebrate that, right? Because time goes by so fast, and it's one of those things we don't have. And allow life to show up for you instead of thinking it's happening to you. And when you can drop in gratitude and take those moments. I was running a little late this morning, and I'm a little discombobulated because I had that extra time with Peyton. He just wanted to snuggle, and I just was like, okay, I will get ready faster. I was done with everything and kind of laid down next to him and just took that moment to say, it's okay if I show up a minute late, because I needed that space. Was still able to get on here, but then felt like I was not quite ready because I wanted to take that moment, right? We need those precious moments, and we need to like savor them. Sarah, I love maintaining the attitude of I get to. Life is such a blessing, and every opportunity to make a memory. Absolutely. So watch where you say that, right? Watch where you say things like I got to, I have to, I need to, I should, and change the frame to say I get to, I am, I choose to, I'm honored, I'm blessed by, I'm grateful for, right? As Jason just said, words matter. And so be really mindful, the frame, the energy that you put around it, have gratitude for all of it, right? It also, gratitude allows you to serve and help others more. So think about those of you that have such a big heart, you want to give. The more you practice gratitude, the more you feel compelled, the more energy you have to serve. It improves your sleep. Gratitude so improves your sleep. You want some better sleep? Practice gratitude before you go to bed. Really dig in and think about the 3 to 5 things that you are so grateful for. Visualize them, feel them, savor them, and drift off to sleep. Guarantee the quality of your sleep will change. It increases happiness levels by at least 25% or more. Who doesn't want to be more happy, right? Or happier, if I'm speaking correctly. Who doesn't want to be happier? 25% or more, it increases those levels of happiness, right? It's amazing. Martha, when you cherish your time with Peyton, I know you understand the depth of my loss of my dog Scout. Absolutely. I just had a friend that I wept for who she called me and she said, I know you'll understand this. We had to put our baby down. And I wept for her because it was unexpected. Because I understand that. And Brene Brown talks about that, right? When we can talk about our gratitude for something, our deep gratitude, it allows us to have deeper empathy for others who experience loss. Because one of the things that happens is oftentimes we think we can't move in and lean into someone who's had loss. We don't know what to do. We don't want to talk about it. So they go, well, not only won't you talk about your child or your dog or your something, but me talking about mine is off limits. And so when you can put yourself in a place to have gratitude, that person then feels like you understand the depth of my loss, and it brings both those conversations to the table. So I want you to think about that. There's an opportunity. If you have not watched Call to Courage, highly, 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 highly suggest that you watch it. If you have watched it, I suggest you watch it again because there's so much in that, especially around the gratitude piece that's so profound and powerful. And so, Tanya, I often wear one of my shirts that says Attitude of Gratitude. I created when I know I'm going into an environment where it might be a little bit tense and I'm mindful of the energy and example I present. Absolutely. I carry stones with me sometimes. I carry amethyst that helps pull the fear and the energy out, or I hold my pink quartz, which is a love crystal. Different things. I love that. Having something that you know you're going into something that's going to require your full strength. How do you stay in a place of gratitude, right? I also, before I go in, I think about the best possible outcome. I think about how do I want to serve? What is it I want us both to walk away from? How is this a win-win-win conversation? Win-win-win, yeah, 3 wins, conversation, and how do I go into that already having gratitude for this person? If it's somebody that I'm really challenged with, I immediately try to drop into what am I grateful for about this person, even if they make me crazy. What am I grateful for? And sometimes I'm grateful for the fact that, and I mean seriously, and this is actually a gratitude for me, I'm grateful I'm not that person and don't have the crazy that's going on in their life. I'm grateful that I get to be in a different place, and I'm going to keep wishing and hoping that they find their peace inside of it. That allows me to be more compassionate and present and open and kind. And so it increases your levels of happiness. It increases your ability to be present. It increases your energy levels. It also reduces your feelings of jealousy, envy, and comparison. When you are in a deep practice of gratitude, when you are allowing yourself, because gratitude creates more self-love, it creates more self-confidence, it creates more self-esteem, thereby it diminishes your need to feel jealous and envious and put yourself in comparison to others. What's interesting is what used to be jealousy for me now is a trigger to say, ooh, I want that too. How do I access that? So that instead of going, oh, must be nice that they have it. Look at them. How great. How come I don't have? And all I do is I have the jealousy spiral. Instead, now I use it as a notification of something I want to open up access to, something I want to step into, something I want to desire. I'm like, ooh, I want that too. That's awesome. If they can do it, so can I. And so now it puts me into a space of being able to honor and being able to lift myself up through the process. So it helps reduce that need to compare ourselves to others because gratitude creates that space. It lifts that space of self-love that allows us to feel stronger and more confident and know who we are. And it creates that space of humility. And there's a big difference between self-deprecation and humility. Self-deprecation is saying I don't know my self-worth. And so I spiral and internalize and allow external things to decide whether or not I deem myself worthy. Humility says I am very clear in who I am and the value and worth that I carry. I don't need anyone outside to validate that for me. I also don't need to be arrogant to boast that or to put that out there. I can stand quietly in my confidence. Not to say that I won't say I'm a good coach or that I won't say things that are true. What happens is when you put yourself in that space, you end up being in a deep place of humility that says, I know who I am. I'm clear about that. And I don't need anyone else's opinion to decide one way or the other what I'm worthy of. And so that's the big difference. Gratitude is what happens along that spectrum. The more you add gratitude, good morning, Heidi. The more you add gratitude to that spectrum, the more you increase your level of self-confidence and self-love and start to diminish and destroy all the noise that's around you. All right, we are going to get into the first drawing in just a moment. And the last thing I want you to realize that gratitude does, we're going to close this up, and then I'm going to see who's here and who's going to win a nice little prize. I got another book and another couple things for all of you. So I want you to realize that the other thing that gratitude does is it increases your overall wellness. So when we talk about your mental wellness, your physical wellness, your emotional wellness, your spiritual wellness, and your energetic wellness, gratitude is the key to helping you increase your wellness in all those buckets. So if you want to live a happier life, and I saw another meme that's been showing up a lot lately that I'm like, yep, very true, that says the only way, it doesn't matter if you are going to the gym, it doesn't matter if you're drinking enough water, it doesn't matter if you're eating right. If your mental, spiritual, and emotional wellness is not in check, you still are not healthy. And so gratitude helps you work all the areas of your wellness, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, and energetic. And when you do that, you start to stand in a place to really know who you are, how you want to serve, how you get to show up. And that's so powerful. Good morning, Sam. All right, I think I got everybody in the bowl who's on right now. Any newbies coming on that I didn't get, please do a shout out so we get you in there so I know who is here, because I got everybody here in my little trusty bowl to do the first giveaway. And I didn't grab another one, but I'm going to send another one. So I have another book, and being that we're talking about gratitude and destroying some noise, I thought this might be appropriate. I am going to gift for this first raffle a copy of this book called The French Art of Not Giving a, flying shit, right? Cut the crap and live your life. It's actually kind of a fun book, but it's a lot of what to stop doing, how to destroy the noise, how to step into more gratitude. I'm also going to send another t-shirt, Camp Candy t-shirt that has the Destroy the Noise on the back and has the Island of Misfit Toys. I thought I had one out here, but again, I took some extra time to snuggle with Peyton, so I forgot to grab another shirt. Just so you know, they're a nice little gray cotton t-shirt. I will be sending that out to you. So if you are the trustee winner from the drawing this morning, what I need you to do is, one, let me know you're on here because you need to be present to win, and shoot me a PM with your mailing address, and it will be sent out to you this weekend. Yes, and Song, we are talking about attitude of gratitude, but we're actually talking about a practice of gratitude, which is a more powerful space. So that being said, let me see who is our winner today. La, 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 la. All right, so today's winner is Tanya. Woo, Tanya Carter, and I actually do have your address, so you don't need to send it to me. I will be sending that out to you. I know you have a t-shirt as well, so you can gift that to somebody else, but you will get a copy of this book sent to you. I will do one more drawing here in a moment to give away another complimentary ticket to my upcoming event in October, which is here in August, Austin. Good morning, Ellen. It is October 18th and 19th. It's a Friday and Saturday here in August. It is Transform Your Yes 2-day event. It will really help you step into place to get crystal clear about who you are, what's most meaningful for you, and help you destroy the noise and change some mindset. So very powerful, great way to get some of you down to Austin. For those of you that local, obviously easier for you, but I will be doing that in just a moment. So stay tuned. Wahoo, right? Yay, congratulations, love that. Song, all leaders pretty much say that one of the most important rules of becoming successful and staying that way is gratitude. Yes, and it's a practice of gratitude, not just an attitude of gratitude. The practice is what's most meaningful. So here are our Thursday random useless facts of trivia. To continue with our week of 100, I am doing 61 through 80 today. And we will round this out, and I'll do the rest of the list tomorrow. So the first thing on the list is violin bows are commonly made from horsehair. think I knew that, but interesting anyway. Yes, yay, Tanya. Do you realize that Johnny Cash, one of my all-time favorite singers, took only 3 voice lessons before his teacher advised him to stop taking lessons and to never deviate from his natural voice? There you go. There you got a great coach who says, stop trying to be someone else. Stop trying to change your voice. Step into who you are and let the world hear you as is. I love that for everything that we talk about. That's one of my favorite little trivia nuggets, is the fact that his teacher said, stop taking lessons. You keep your voice exactly the way it is. How many of you have been listening to too many people try to change you and have your voice be different? I know in speech class when I was growing up, everyone else got feedback that said needs to project more. My feedback actually was, Candy, maybe not so much projection. I got in high school, believe it or not, the 2 awards I won in our yearbook were I talk too much and I have the loudest mouth. Now I make money off those things. And so it's interesting because I used to have people tell me I was too this, I was too that. And we're going to talk about that more. But those twos that people impose on you, those twos, T-O-O, are oftentimes your gift. They're your ability to shine. And so I love that someone recognized that for Johnny Cash, because think about, his music is so distinct and you either like him or you don't. And those that like him, I wouldn't trade his voice for anything. And can you imagine if he would have changed that? I was listening to Stevie Wonder last night. He's another one that has such a unique quality to his voice. I love that those people never let someone change who they fundamentally were. They stood in their authenticity. So yes, right? Absolutely. But I really don't listen. Yes, right? Everybody. So we've got to like shut that down. That's a great way to destroy the noise. Hanna-Barbera pitched the Flintstones to networks for 8 weeks before it was finally picked up. It became the first ever animated show to air during prime time. I love me some Flintstones. But again, the power of not giving up, right? The power of not letting someone else tell you something is good or bad, believing in it enough to have the perseverance to keep putting it out there. Song, every day I write in my gratitude journal and give thanks throughout the day as well and before meals. I love that practice, right? Standing around. So for those of you that are like, sitting all day, I actually have a stand-up desk. I'm sitting right now with you guys, but I actually do a lot where I stand up. Did you know that standing around burns calories? On average, a 150-pound person burns 114 calories per hour while standing and doing nothing. We actually burn more. It's one of the things like Tony Robbins will say, mind you, they move around a lot too. But I tell people I'm exhausted after a lot of my events because I'm on my feet the whole time. And there are times that it's like I've run a half marathon or I've run something because the amount of energy, first of all, being up, standing, presenting, doing all that, but just standing that time is burning so much calories that a lot of times I'm like ravenous afterwards. That's because we burn more calories standing than we do sitting down. So just a little tidbit for some of you that sit too much, and it's an opportunity to get a standing desk. There's things you can get on Amazon. I actually have one it was like 40. I have one that's like 100 and something. It's got a pneumatic lever that actually lets me move things up and down. But then I also have a portable one that I can put anywhere that just is a foldable stand that's like $40 off Amazon. So no excuses. Get your body in motion, right? It's that wellness space again. The color red doesn't make bulls angry. They're actually colorblind. So it's more for the people when they do the bull riding and the rodeos and those kinds of things. It's more for the audience than it is the bull. The bull can't tell. They only see the waving of the flag. It could be any color. Interesting stuff. Like I said, random ass stuff that nobody cares about. Tic Tacs got their name from the sound they make when they're tossed across the counter or tossed in the container. So they go tic tac, tic tac, tic tac. Bees, okay, so anyone ever heard the expression, the bee's knees? Did you know that bees actually have knees? I did not know that. That's hard to say. Bees have knees. The expression comes from the fact that they store large buildups of pollen in the hairy baskets of their knees. So there is such a thing as the bee's knees. Kind of interesting because sometimes there's not. Sometimes things are just randomly made up, right? When you exercise, the burned fat metabolizes to become carbon dioxide, water, and energy, meaning you exhale the fat you lose. So be breathing. It's one of the reasons why breathing is so important in working out. You actually are expelling out some of what your body does not need. The word velociraptor, did anybody ever see, and you know I got to bring everything back to a Friends episode, did anybody ever see the Friends episode where Ross talks about what the velociraptor sounds like when it's in danger? It's when he's like, right? He does that space. One of the funniest episodes ever. But the word comes from the Latin word velox, which means swift, and raptor, which means robber. So a velociraptor literally means a speedy robber. Isn't that kind of interesting? Interesting random stuff. Adult cats only meow at humans, not other cats. Did not know that. I'm not a cat person. Kittens meow to their mother, but once they get a little older, cats no longer meow to cats. They only meow to humans. I'm gonna have to watch a cat more often. I've never noticed that they don't meow to each other. Bi-weekly. How many of you have gotten confused on the term bi-weekly? That's because it actually has two different meanings. It could mean twice in 1 week, or it could mean every other week. This is why the English language is so hard. I remember when I lived in Italy as a kid, my neighbor taught me Italian and I taught him English. It was far easier for me to learn Italian, which is a language of all rules and few exceptions. It is far more complicated to teach English, which is all exceptions and little rules. And this is an example when you have words that mean the same thing. The full name for Chuck E. Cheese is Charles Entertainment Cheese. Now you know. Will Smith, did you know that Will Smith was $2.8 million in debt to the IRS and almost went bankrupt just before he signed the contract for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which, by the way, one of my all-time favorite TV shows ever. Love me some Fresh Prince. Still remember when that aired when I was in high school. Absolutely love me some Will Smith. Did you also know that if you take an egg and you apply equal pressure around the egg, you cannot break the shell? This shell is designed for pressure. So it's when you can tap it and you can create pressure on one side or the other. But if you create constant pressure around an egg, you actually can't create the shell. You can't break through it. Interesting, science. Elephants think people are cute the way we think dogs and puppies and kittens are cute. Isn't that funny? Elephants, have you ever seen like when an elephant, when they're at the zoo or whatever, they wrap their trunk around someone? It's because they think we are cute, which is hilarious, the way we think puppies and kittens and babies are cute. I want to know who knows this stuff. How do they know that that's what an elephant thinks? That's the kind of stuff that runs through my head. Canadians eat more macaroni and cheese than any other nation in the world. I would have thought it was the US. When dogs are first born, they are completely blind and cannot hear anything. The first sense which they develop is the sense of touch. Didn't know that either. Margherita pizza uses tomato, mozzarella, and basil to honor the Queen of Italy in 1890. It was created to honor the Queen. Snakes can predict earthquakes. They can actually sense an earthquake coming from 75 miles away. And then the last one, this is one I thought was kind of cute. Animals yawn. Is based on how large their brain is. The bigger the brain, the larger the yawn will go. So anyway, that's your useless, yes, cute little human, right? Useless trivia for today, for sure. Just another fun way to close this out. So, all right, going to draw another name, and we've got one more day of our week of 100, and then we're gonna kind of get back to some normal, if there's such a thing, I don't like that word, normal way that we do these calls and what we're doing. But that being said, just another day for us to play. Tomorrow, some more useless trivia. Who knows what we're going to talk about, and definitely some last bonuses for this week. So the complimentary ticket for the upcoming October event, October 18th, 19th, or October 18th and 19th is, let me see, who am I pulling his name out of here? Paul Russo, if you want to come to Austin, my friend, you have just received a free pass to come to the Transform Your Yes event, October 18th, 19th. That is a Friday, Saturday. For the rest of you, I will post this in there. I am running a crazy Labor Day or early bird special on that you can actually join us for $97 for both days. I will put the link. You just need to use the code earlybird, all one word, and put that in there when you sign up, and you can come join us. It is a powerful event. We do some deep work on helping you really vision out who you are, talking about your what, why, and who, what's really important to you, what is it you want to create, why does that matter to you, who do you serve, how you want to show up as a leader in this world, getting very clear on your vision to tap into your purpose, your light, the meaning for your life, and then we get into a space on what's getting in your way. So a lot of what we've talked about here, we're going really deep, and you get to get into the mindset and the noise that's blocking you. And so just a really powerful event. Many of you who are on here have already attended, and some of you are coming back. This is a space, we keep it to 50 people, so it can be nice and intimate. You do a lot of integrated, interactive work. So hope all of you will join us as well. Congratulations, Paul. That makes me so happy that you just received, good morning, Kevin. You just received a free ticket to join us. So hope you can make that happen, my friend. Would love to see you. And that is what we've got for today. So let's see, song. So if we see the snakes making a mass exodus, then we will know that there's going to be an earthquake somewhere. Yeah, likely. The fact that they can actually resonate with that, right? So anyway, that is kind of our fun segment for today. Lots of stuff around gratitude, the benefits, getting into a space where, yay, Paul, I'm so excited. That makes me so happy. Super excited. I will send you information for that. Super excited. I will be giving away another ticket tomorrow. And then, like I said, so if you want to wait and see if you get your ticket tomorrow, that's fine. And then through September 15th, I'll be running the early bird because I would love to see all of you there. It would be great to have you dig in even further to the work that we've been doing. I guarantee you will walk away with your life changed. I've seen it happen. I've been doing this for a long time, and amazing what happens for people who play in that space. So everybody have a terrific, thankful Thursday. Put that practice of gratitude in. Make sure you're giving yourself that 20 minutes to invest in your power of 100. And I will see you here tomorrow for a Finish Strong Friday. We will close out the week of 100, go into a long holiday weekend. Labor Day is Monday, if you guys didn't know that. So it is a holiday Monday. With that, y'all, I love you. Thank you for being on here as always. And just know I have deep, deep gratitude for all of you. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.